I want initially, Ms Bardell, to refer, and I know my right honourable friend alluded to the high-profile on-screen talent, as they are called, the most expensive paid employee in the BBC, and that is Gary multi-millionaire lefty Lineker. And Mr Lineker was taken to task whenever he made his initial contribution, which it was felt breached guidelines, and the BBC agreed that they did indeed breach the guidelines that both he and others were expected to adhere to. But within a few hours, some of Mr Lineker's on-screen friends, some of whom were in his employ, decided to down tools, and they walked out. And we had one edition of Match of the Day without Gary Lineker in situ. And of course, then the Director General of the BBC caved in. Instead of saying to both Mr Lineker and those who were with him, there's the door. If you don't like the guidelines, off you go and get jobs elsewhere. That's what the Director General should have said and didn't. But he caved in. And Mr Lineker returned, smirking at his ability to thumb his nose at the guidelines. So then the BBC revised the guidelines. And they were asked, including Mr Tim Davie, if he says again under the guise of the new guidelines what he said was in breach of the old guidelines, is he in breach of the new ones? And the Director General couldn't really answer the question. So I don't know whether Mr Lineker decided to test the water again, but off he went again, and my right honourable friend alluded to what he said the next time. And of course, no action was taken. Unfortunately, Ms Bardell, this is an example, just a blatant example, of the way the BBC seem to be prepared to, whatever the woke agenda is, whatever the leftist agenda is, it's taken as something that they must endorse, or if there's a breach of some guidelines, they turn a blind eye to it.